What is up, internet? So it's been a while since I have posted or made an update about the van, and really there's not much to say. It's been working really great. Nothing really has gone wrong that has made me need to work on it, really. I did put the stock exhaust back on, which was pretty weird driving it after driving the aftermarket one for a little bit because it was so loud. This one's much quieter. I just wanted to change it up a little bit, keep myself busy. But other than that, just been hauling shit around. As you can kind of see, got a bunch of my art stuff in the back. But I've been kind of focused on what I want to do next. So I recently just bought a new truck. It's not a K truck, but it's pretty damn close. Datsun 520. I bought it from the guy that we met out in Paonia. He bought it to work on with his son, but he said that his son was growing too fast, so he wanted to sell it. So I got a super good deal on it, and he delivered it to me yesterday. And it's really old, and it needs a good amount of work to get it to where it's going. So I think that's what most of the videos will be focused on for a little bit until I can get a garage to store my other project, which I'm also buying from Dan out in Paonia. I'm going to buy one of his 91 Suzuki Carries off of him with no motor, no transmission. It's just a rolling chassis, but the body's in really good shape, and I'm going to attempt to do what is my first engine swap on it. So we're gonna see if we can put something crazy in that little truck to make it a race car. So that's what's coming up. I won't hint too much about what's gonna go into it. I guess I'll describe that a little later, either when I get the truck or when I get the motor for it. I should be able to find the motor pretty easy. I'll give you one hint, it's not a Honda. Because a lot of people have probably seen a link to a Suzuki Carry truck with a Hayabusa in it. And a lot of guys do stuff with the Hayabusa swap, but I'm gonna go a kind of different route. Still gonna be a Japanese motor, but I think that's all I'm gonna say for right now. It's probably gonna take me a while because I don't have a lot of money and I gotta do it on a budget. But so that's what we're doing. What's up, internet? So super stoked. As you can tell, I'm on the left-hand side of the car, so I'm not in the van. What I got here is my new car. So this is a 1966 Datsun 520 pickup truck. So the cool thing about this truck is that only 2 years of the truck have the single headlights. This 1965 and 1966. So this was the last year that they made it with the two headlights, and then every other model and year had the quad headlights. So that's pretty cool. It's in pretty decent shape for being 50 years old. Definitely have a little bit of body work to do on it. Right now I have to wire up the taillights. I just installed these ones. The guy that I bought it from had these, but they were not the right size. So I had to grind out the back of them here. Let's see if I can focus. So I had to grind out right here on the back to make room for them. So another cool thing about this truck is that the person that owned it before, the guy that I bought it from, lowered it a little bit. So he put it on, let's see if I can show you here. So the leaf springs have a 3-inch lowering block in them. I'm sure they probably took out a leaf to make it low, but sits pretty cool. The stance is pretty great. Just gotta make it road legal, and then I can start driving this a little more regularly, because right now it's just gonna be sitting for a bit. All right, first task that I'm gonna try and do on the truck is replace this seat. To do that, I need to unbolt it, and underneath this seat cover you can see that it's worn all the way through the foam here, and the vinyl is all fucked up. So I'm gonna try and take it out, and then we're gonna clean it out because we have some mice friends that have gotten in here. But the floorboard is really solid, no structural holes, so we'll see if we can get this out and then see like what it's mounted to. So I'm gonna get to it. I've been watching you. Alright, so that wasn't that bad at all. Just had these 4 bolts holding it onto the rails. Definitely know how the mice got in. A couple of these holes in the floor are missing their stock plugs, so that'll be good to replace those. And then the guy that I bought it from gave me these aftermarket buckles that work a little easier than these really old ones. So here's like all the hardware to mount it up. I'm gonna try and take those out here in a minute. But yeah, looking pretty good. So here's the seat all taken out. As you can tell, the driver's side's pretty rough. Some splits on the passenger side. The back is really fucked up. This is just like burlap stuffing. Definitely, this is probably where the mice made their home in. The bottom side is just the same, really old. I do think I'm going to remove the adjustable sliding bracket and just directly mount the seat to those to that mount in the floor, because I'm like 6'3", 6'4" ish, and getting in there is pretty tight, and if you go over a bump, my head hits the ceiling. So getting that extra inch and a half would be great, just to make my headaches a little less bad.